I'm not going to forgive you guys for making me defend Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria has its issues, it has its problems, right? However, can we calm down? I'm in Lagos.
And if you hear this and then go on the Japa.
I'm moving back to Nigeria after I graduate.
When I moved to Nigeria 5 years ago, everyone told me,
"You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it."
Wait, I'm still here.
After years of living in Finland, through long winters, beautiful summers, unforgettable friendships, we have decided to leave for good.
When I go to Nigeria, I shock how easy it is to make money in Nigeria. You don't know what you have for until you need to go to another country and see how difficult it is to start a business. It's not everywhere. Like, the gratitude attitude needs to be something that you put on.
I prefer Nigeria over America.
Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. For years, the dream has been to Japa. And for a lot of people, the dream still is to Japa. And you know, Japa does not explain, or Japa does not mean just leaving or relocation. Japa is more aggressive. Japa is like, in most cases, just leaving a place that you never want to return to. A lot of people, this has been the case, right? I want to leave this country, I want to leave this, I'm never coming back. When you think about it, of course, there are a lot of reasons why you might want to move. You know, the majority of these countries are more developed. They have a structure that tends to work. In some places, they are safer. In most, if not all, the currency is better. There is dignity in labor. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. Nothing is looked down upon. You can earn good money and all of that. And so when you send money home, in a long time, traveling abroad, it's always been equated with success. It doesn't matter if you know how they are doing that abroad or not, whether they are, no. As long as they are not in Nigeria anymore, it has always been equated with success, right? But a group of Nigerians are making the bold choice to return home. In this case, it is reverse Japa. And there is always so many reactions from people. Are you normal? What is going on with you? Like, are you okay? What is going on exactly? Let's dive right into it, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Commentator's Corner in Lagos.
And if you hear this and then go on the Japa, go on Returnee, baby, shake it.
Last month, we packed up our entire life in the UK and moved back to Nigeria. It was so emotional, saying goodbye to our friends, saying goodbye to the life that we knew. But this is a whole new exciting chapter in our lives, and we have been looking forward to it for a while, okay? Once I saw Third Mainland Bridge, I was like, yes, home sweet home, glad to be back home. I'm not going to forgive you guys for making me defend Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria has its issues, it has its problems. If I decide to talk about the problems with Nigeria, I don't think the internet has enough data for that, right? However, can we calm down? Can we calm down? What the hell? If you listen to what people say online, or you read the comments in my previous video where I talked about moving back to Nigeria, you will not enter Nigeria. In fact, you will think that the moment you get to the airport, missiles will just be flying. You just be dodging missiles. I have not dodged any missiles since I came to Nigeria. Maybe spiritual ones. Yes, Nigeria has its issues, but are you guys aware that there are foreigners in this country that live in this country? And when I say foreigners, I don't mean people who understand our struggles. I don't mean our neighbors. I mean that those Americans, those Canadians, those British people that we are running to their countries, some of them live in this country and are happy to be living here. What does that tell you? I think we should normalize moving back home, okay? There is love at home. Now, I'm not saying that you have to move back home, but when you see somebody who moves back home, don't go to their comment section and be telling them things like Nigeria will happen to you, oh, you will see shege, you will suffer, you will this and that. Okay, and so bad things happen to people everywhere. The point is, please allow people do what they want to do in peace. You don't have to come back to Nigeria. You can stay wherever you are and be happy. While I was in the UK, I was happy, my life was good, I was not suffering there, and now I am back to Nigeria, my life is good, I am not suffering here. Whatever struggles I face here in Nigeria, trust me, I was ready for it. Don't come and start giving me your advice as if no, I just woke up one morning and packed my bags and came to Nigeria with no plan.
This is a video I never thought I would be making. After years of living in Finland, through long winters, beautiful summers, unforgettable friendships, and quiet, snowy nights, we have decided to leave for good. Finland gave us a lot, but eventually it started to feel like I was losing a part of myself in that darkness. The language barrier was real. I tried, we tried. We took courses, I and my husband, we practiced. But after a while, not being able to fully express yourself in everyday life can be very tough. Airport bus into the arrival hall. We weren't just travelers anymore. We were homecomers. The air was hot. It smelled of earth and spice, diesel and dust. Chaotic, beautiful, unmistakably Nigerian. The roads winding through hills and streets we hadn't seen in years.
I prefer Nigeria over America. Weather. Say extreme weather because even when it's summer, we worry about storms. We worry about, there's always a warning for something. Going to be one that's going to shock people. I think security and safety is also another reason why I prefer living in Nigeria. In Nigeria, I'm talking about Lagos, Nigeria specifically. A lot of countries have crime, forget it. Whether you're in US, UK, London, Nigeria, crime, that's just standard across the other countries. Security is already part of the culture here to where it feels safe. I feel like I don't ever feel threatened security wise. So I feel like I feel safe. But the biggest thing for me of that's happening in the US that always keeps me at anxiety is that I don't know who is racist. I don't know who is going to approach me. I don't know how a cop is going to approach me, a police if they pull me over. But the biggest one is this mass shooting thing. When I'm in the US, I am always conscious, especially even this year, this mass shooting thing has increased, and there's no place that's exempt from it. It happens at the workplace, at the post office, it happens at Walmart, it happens at the nail salon, it happens at the club, it happens in a residential area. This mass shooting thing has become a problem, and a lot of people have guns. Food is access to fresh fruits is way more affordable. Did not realize the impact of the taxing system in US. It's too intense, man. Whether you own your house or you don't own the house, you are going to pay property tax. So pretty much you're getting taxed on everything. The too much taxes is a bit much. I like going to the store, buying something, and that's just the price. I prefer the lifestyle of Nigeria over American lifestyle all day, every day. And it's something that I've thought about, I would like this for my family. Our lifestyle, again, I just feel like there's a lot more opportunities to be social. There's a lot more things to just engage in.
Back to Nigeria after I graduate, this is something that I knew was in my charts. It was in my cards, but I just do not like the work system lifestyle in America, and how America, you're literally working to die in America. You live, your schedule revolves around work. If you want to have a baby, you kind of have to schedule it, because America literally is work. And I don't like that. I like soft life. I like to enjoy myself. I don't mind working, but I have come to the conclusion that I'm moving back home.
When I moved to Nigeria 5 years ago, everyone told me,
You don't have future here. You don't have future. You can never make it.
I swear, it seems like everyone was telling me horrible things that were going to happen to me. So people were saying I was going to get murdered, stabbed, robbed, kidnapped, or like variations. So like kidnapped and murdered, kidnapped and robbed. People were telling me all sorts of things. So when I arrived in Lagos, Nigeria, and seemed happy, I was in Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Owerri, Abia. I went pretty much my little tours, and I was traveling by myself. When I seemed so happy, people then took bets on how long my happiness was going to last in Nigeria, how long I was going to last in Nigeria. And then now this morning, this rainy season morning, cool weather, I woke up and just randomly thought about that and said, wait, I'm still here. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Too long. The houses are much more bigger. Like our house in England. A house in England. That's like standard house. Like I'm not supposed to have
and
standard.
supposed to be our living room is massive compared to
our
others.
living room is like really big. But then here, this house right now, this is like a mansion. If it's in England, it'll be it's like millions of pounds. And then like I have my own room, and it's good.
Show you on TV in England, it's nothing like what you see on ground.
They always show us that people have to walk miles to have water. And there's water in my fridge, in the house.
So many things we hear about Nigeria. Those things that we hear, it gives you a notion about the place. So I had notions in my head about Nigeria. But when I got to Nigeria, I was like, that's what they do for here. Is how developed every state is. As a travel content creator, I travel small, and where my money reach. What I've noticed about countries is that there is like centralization, let me put it that way. You'd see that it's mostly the capital city, or maybe the economic capital, or a political capital, that it has all of the gigantic infrastructure, development and everything. But when you travel into the country, like there's not much going on in those places. But I was shocked during our séjour in Nigeria. We went to Anambra State. We left Lagos, went to Anambra State. We went to Kaduna. We went to Abuja. I was so shocked to see that every state you go to, they have things going on, like big roads, good roads, big buildings. No state wants to carry last. Do you understand? Is how easy it is to make money in Nigeria. But this is one thing I have read in comment section. Nigeria welcomes every black person. Nigeria welcomes basically everybody. If you hustle, you make money. Any hustle you put your hand into, you make money. And I saw that Nigeria, I put up a couple of videos. The money that I made, I've never made that kind of money. Nigeria changed my life. Nigeria has changed my mindset about so many things, you understand? So that was a cultural shock, because I have been to other countries, like 140k views, but I didn't make that kind of money. I didn't make the kind of money that Nigeria has given me within a short time. And then it's not only that, it's just the ease with which you could infiltrate into a system, start a business. You don't know what you have. You don't know what you have until you need to go to another country and see how difficult it is to start a business in some countries. In Nigeria, like, you just start your business and you're selling online, you're selling. That's why you have people living from other countries coming to buy from Nigeria, because there's just like an atmosphere conducive for you to make money, to create wealth. I feel like as a Nigerian, you have to cherish that. It's not everywhere. It's not everywhere. Like, the gratitude attitude needs to be something that you put on until you go to somewhere else and see how other people are living. Then you know that, okay, where you are is a very good place. Okay.
Hi guys, so I had to continue this filming another day because my device got full, and I couldn't continue filming that day, and I was like, okay, we'll live to fight another day. So anyways, guys, the point of the reason why I kind of made this compilation of these videos was just for these videos to speak for themselves as to why people can decide to move. Okay, for you, or for some of us, in Nigeria, it's like, oh, they left heaven for hell. They left this. Clearly, Nigeria is in hell if they decided to come back, is it? I saw a comment on somebody's on one of the videos where someone said, yes, we'll drag, because the lady was like, it's my decision. Why are you guys being the ones going all this thing about it? And like, and one of the comments was like, yeah, we have to drag you because nobody will leave heaven for hell. And I'm like, where is heaven? Where is hell? The West, because some parts of it are developed, makes it heaven. I was like, I hope things get better for you. Like, no matter how bad it is, for me, I won't say Nigeria is hell, or that is home. Okay. That's where I grew up. I have great memories there. Not all great ones, of course. We have our struggles, yes. But still, that's the same place where I had memories. I've experienced weddings, births of children, friendships, good food, good music. Like the main part of the comment, the person out said, because Nigeria is the worst place on earth. Nigeria is the worst place on earth. Really? Really? In my head, I was just thinking, how many of the 195 countries in the world have you been to? Like, whether I believe it or not, there are countries where they are facing, whatever Nigeria is facing, triple that and pass it. That is what they are dealing with. And that's another reason why I also added the clip from that Cameroonian YouTuber. Because it helps you to realize that sometimes, because that is where we live and all of these things are kind of normal to us. Guys, I'm sorry about the shadow. I'm filming with natural light, so the sun is coming and going. Sometimes makes us forget. Like this guy came to Nigeria and was like, oh my God, electronics are so cheap here. These things are so cheap here. For why are Nigerians always complaining? Even this thing is not this, this thing is not this. And the same thing with the Cameroonian girl. And I know some Nigerians will be like, yes, we should complain even if because we have the resources and so we should. Anyways, one of the key points I want to bring in, the Cameroonian lady and what she said. She talked about how easy it is to earn money, how easy it is to build wealth in Nigeria. And I don't think that most Nigerians really understand that point until they've lived in other parts of the world where that is not the case, right? Let me give you a good example. For example, in Finland, for example, let's say you want to sell alcohol, right? In order to sell alcohol, you that wants to sell need a license. The person that would serve the alcohol, maybe in a restaurant or whatever, to customers, like pour it into cup for them, you need a license. The environment where you will put your chairs and everything, where customers will come and sit down in order to drink that alcohol, has to be a licensed area or premises. Are you seeing all of these things? All of those things are taxed. There is so much, but in Nigeria, like if you just decide today, like, okay, I just want to do my business. Like for example, there was this lady I was following. Oh my God, and the sun is just coming. Oh, and it's getting brighter and brighter. What? Oh wow, it's really nice, but it's too bright. It's almost too bright. I can't see well. This lady I was following on Instagram, and she was facing some challenges, and then she just posted on Instagram one day, and she said, "Guys, I've started making liquid soap. So, guys, I'm sure I knew it. People were patronizing her for souvenirs and all of these things, and before you know, the business took off. Do you even understand all of the laws that guard all of those kind of chemicals and those things that are involved in production of liquid soap in Europe and all of these parts of the world, where you cannot just up and say, in Nigeria, I just say, okay, today I just want to start selling hairs. I just want to start selling clothes. I just want to start selling this. All you just have to do, even if you have space in front of your house, that's all you need. Especially nowadays of social media, just open your platform and run your this thing. I always say this is not me excusing all of the ways that this Nigeria is this thing. Please get it straight. But I'm just saying, when you see people come back home, don't start being like, oh, they have this decision to come home. There are so many reasons why. Aside the one I just mentioned about how easy it is to earn money, what about community? Some people do not even understand until they leave. This depression, people just like, you're depressed. Is it that they don't know? Me, I will go there and I will not be depressed and I will not be this. I saw a lady post something about, God, I should have, I shouldn't have filmed natural light, but anyways, I saw a lady post something about, she said her friend said she wanted to move back from Canada or something. And she was like, are you okay? Like, better thing, And then she said, the more they spoke, the more she realized it's a very tough situation. And she was like, okay, if you want to come back. The fact is that it's not made for everybody. Not everybody will leave home and find a family and find a community elsewhere. It's extremely difficult, especially when you move to countries where maybe English is not even the first language. That is another level of shaggy, right? And in some cases you are struggling, you will never be able to actually learn the language as much in order to use it to excel business wise. And so you are not able to integrate, like it's a real struggle, loneliness, you are missing, important occasions for your family. Also, another thing from Bayo Adio's video that you guys saw, Bayo Adio mentioned a lot of things, right? He mentioned security, and I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians were shocked by that, right? To hear that, oh, because for you in Nigeria, they mentioned, I don't even know how some Nigerians even just about the feeling of safety, especially being a black person, that he doesn't feel when he's in the United States. He talked about this mass shooting, and it happens everywhere. One crazy person just has a gun and decides to just shoot down a building. And he said since he's in Nigeria, he doesn't have that sense of fear, especially when it comes to his children going to school or whatever. I remember that Ada Living Inspirations, I think I put a part of her video here too. She also came back from the UK with her family. And one of the things she mentioned too was that the sense of safety for her children. Because back in the UK, this thing of peer pressure, peer on peer violence, before you know, for them, it's knives in the UK, not guns. Before you know, they've done this and, like she doesn't feel that. And I remember that the daughter also talked about the fact that everywhere is so much bigger. Like the house they live in Nigeria is literally a mansion. And that back in the UK, they don't even pay half of that. Now, of course, I know you say they are earning in pounds, they are converting, whatever. But the point still remains that the amount you would get and you're able to afford one tiny apartment. Back home, you literally live in a palace, right? You have space, you are able to curate a house that looks like what you've dreamed of living in. To be able to achieve that abroad is like next to impossible, honestly, except you are, I don't know, but if you are going to live your normal life, you're able to get a job and just, afford your basics, you just have to make do with where you live. But in Nigeria, you're able to literally curate what you want, right? I want my apartment to be, for some people, again, their home is their sanctuary. And so if their home does not give them what they want, and, it's hard. Again, another thing that people have to realize is that some people, like the guy that said Nigeria is hell for him or for her or whatever, for a lot of people, it's because they don't have money back in Nigeria, yes. And that's why you realize that majority of those that have money just travel and come back. I remember I saw one post of Toke Makinwa recently, and it was from 2017, and she was in the US with one of her friends. And I realized these women have been traveling for years. Like they've been all over the world and they've been doing this for years. Norway, this. Yet they still call Nigeria home. They have refused to move. So when you notice all of these people that are actually well to do or at least relatively comfortable, why do you think they decide to stay back? Because the quality, whether I like it or not, the quality of life they're able to afford for themselves in Nigeria is something that they probably will not be, it's not probably, will not be able to abroad. So for this person, I know that it's most likely because he doesn't have money, and that's why he doesn't enjoy Nigeria like that. Let me just break it to you that if you are not earning enough, yes, maybe some basics are available in the developed world, good road, or I don't even know, maybe some sense of structured system. But overall, if you are not also earning enough for your basics, in fact, life is going to be worse abroad, because back home in Nigeria, some people are not even earning. They don't even have a job, and yes, they are doing a job every month because there's one uncle that will house them, families will feed them. Abroad, there is no such. You are literally one job away from being homeless. So it's like it is still the same principle of if you earn enough, you will relatively enjoy your life wherever part of the world you live. Another thing Bayo Adio mentioned was weather. Weather is also, you think it's easy to live in some parts of the world. Again, it depends on what part of the world you decide to move to or you move to abroad. So experiences are different. I know you also talked about food. Do you guys even understand that we eat a lot of organic foods back home? We don't know, we don't call them organic. We just go to market, buy fresh everything, orange, banana, this, tomatoes, this. It's winter, right? And nothing grows. So it's like you can't eat anything fresh. If you want to, you are going to be paying through your nose because it's not the season, so it's so expensive to get these things that we just eat at home. And you know, so that one, a lot of these things are not big deal. Oh, because I just want to. But when you start to live your life day to day, you realize that you see those little things that we don't count are the things that make life worthwhile in the long run. Being able to eat what you want, being able to get home and just be like, I feel like eating this soup and I can. I feel like, going to see this person and I can. I feel like attending this person's naming whatever and I can. You will not understand until you are away from those things. And then that's when you realize that, okay, maybe, of course, this will also depend on what you value in life and all of that, but it is part of it. Another thing that could make people move is cost of living. Cost of living. Do you guys understand how expensive? I like Bayo Adio mentioned that in like more detail. Cost of living, taxes. In Nigeria, we pay our rent yearly. Abroad, you pay your rent every single month. Every single month. Like, don't even let me go into, because I think Belgia has mentioned that it's expensive. And if you live in the part of the world where healthcare is not subsidized, like the US and the rest of them, you are even in more shaky. Like, these things are real, right? Cost of living, home connections. For some people, their main this thing is being an entrepreneur, right? Their main strength is being in entrepreneurship. And unfortunately, it's extremely difficult to be an entrepreneur outside Nigeria, or especially in these other parts of the world where there are so many hoops that you have to jump, and all of those things. There's language barrier for some people. There's integration in some parts of the world, like in the US and everything. Safety is not going to be what you expect, especially as a black person. There is cultural differences. For some people, they are going to experience a lot of racism, and that racism will spill into everything, into the kind of jobs they can work. There are a lot of places abroad where the black communities, people who want to grow and grow into other fields and everything, they found themselves unable to, because of the bureaucracy that surrounds the system where they've moved to, where they live. To mention, I feel it's so important, is that people do not realize the sense of community that we have. Look at, for example, this Hilda Bassi's jollof rice, whatever that she just did. Jollof rice, largest pot of jollof that she just did. Did you guys see the turnout? Everybody was there. Funke Akindele, Tomike, Ebonluwa, Vicky James, Jemima Oshunde, and even the First Lady of Lagos State. The First Lady of Lagos State took Omorogun and was stunning with everybody else. Now, our own aside anyways, but do you see the community? Funke Akindele that really steps out was there. And when Funke Akindele's movie comes out in December, all of the same people will be able to will be the ones to also post about the video, wear the merch and everything, and dance for everything. Like, the way they just substitute each other. Look at Lai Wasabi from now to where he is now. All because the community is always lifting each other up and like pulling each other up. Funke will post about this person, he too will post about this person. There is something beautiful about the entertainment in Nigeria in how they lift each other up, right? In how the community. Now we are talking about celebrities, but even within the community, there is a way we are able to help each other and lift each other up that is not there outside the country. Everybody, this individualism is a real problem. I will not say problem, because to them it's not a problem, but it's a real thing. And when you leave the country, you leave home, it could feel very, very cold, the environment. Now, all I'm saying is travel is an education, absolutely. I have been able to learn so much, and I do not take that for granted. I've met people from different cultures, different countries. It is so enlightening, the things you learn, how you understand the way people think and reason, depending on what part of the world they come from. Like, it's so fast. It's interesting, yes. Anyways, guys, one of the things that bothers me the most is how, even if a foreigner was to come to Nigeria, right, and the foreigner clearly had a positive experience, they know where they are coming to, they've expected, the ups and downs, but still they had a good time and they put it on social media. Nigerians will be the ones to go on that person's comment section, to go and tell the person that the person did wrong by painting Nigeria positive. They will go there and say, you have not known anything, you should have gone to this place, and you should have all I am saying is, I am not saying if you want to travel, of course, absolutely. This travel is for some people because that's where their potential will be maximized, of course. But if you see people who have decided to make the decision to leave home, please don't be taking Panadol for somebody else's headache. They know why they have left. They know what plans they have for themselves. You were not the ones that told them to travel when they did. So you shouldn't be the one to tell them about how they want to live their life now that they've come back. Okay? Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.